Tonight, grim discoveries after torrential rains batter Nova Scotia. Recovering remains as the frantic search for the missing intensifies.
We continue to pray for the safe return of the two remaining souls.
From floods in the east to flames in the west.
I think a lot of people are packed up and on edge.
And the raging wildfires in Greece, forcing thousands, including travelers, to flee. Ramping up for a reset in Ottawa.
Poor performing cabinet ministers that probably need some time out.
The possible demotions ahead of an imminent shuffle. Plus, Barbie breaks records at the box office.
That kind of excitement level is something we just haven't seen in theaters for some time.
Breaking down the success of the marketing campaign and the impact on future films.
Hi, Barbie!
Hi, Ken!
CTV National News with Omar Sachedina.
Good evening, everyone. A province that has seen no end to a season of suffering has once again been plunged into grief. There is confirmation tonight the destructive flooding in Nova Scotia was fatal. 2 people are dead, 2 are still considered missing. Here's CTV's Atlantic Bureau Chief Chris Najkate, who was in the disaster zone today.
After days of searching, rescuers made the grim discovery this morning, locating the body of a 52-year-old missing man from Windsor, Nova Scotia. They also found another body, which they are trying to identify.
Our hearts are broken for the families and loved ones of those who went missing over the weekend.
It's just a reminder of how fragile things are, how fragile life is.
Meanwhile, the search continues for the other missing people that include 2 children and a youth, after the 2 vehicles they were in became submerged in floodwaters in the West Hants area. Crews have been pumping water from a flooded field in an effort to find the other missing people.
Right now, there's extensive searches going on with multiple agencies, with multiple different resources.
Nova Scotia remains in a state of emergency as the damage from this historic flood continues to be counted. Roads have been washed out, 25 bridges have been damaged, and 6 destroyed. The CN rail line to the Halifax Harbour and Millbrook First Nation also washed out.
In terms of the scope of this, we had, I think, over 1,700 calls to 311 on Saturday alone. We have 300 active work orders on roads and bridges.
In the Halifax suburb of Bedford, people are still cleaning up their basements.
We have to get a dehumidifier just to soak up all the water.
Nearly 300 campers in Mahone Bay were forced to evacuate today as water levels rose over the weekend.
It was the hardest rain any of us had ever seen or heard. The thunder and lightning lasted all night. It never let up, not once.
Officials say the damage assessment and cleanup could take weeks, if not months. All of this as the family makes funeral arrangements for their loved one. Omar.
Just a heartbreaking loss. All right, Creason, thank you. In Western Canada, rain and cooler weather are bringing some relief to crews battling hundreds of wildfires in northern British Columbia. But as CTV's Bill Fortier reports, it's a different story in the southern part of the province.
Ooh, you feel that?
The blistering flames are moving quickly, now less than 10 kilometers away from Kamloops and clearly visible from the busy Coquihalla Highway.
So I think a lot of people are packed up and on edge and ready to go.
Nearly 350 homes have been evacuated south of the city where the fire is burning, and residents of one neighborhood in town are being told to be ready to leave quickly.
There is the potential for growth, and being prepared is of the utmost importance.
600 kilometers east, the wildfire situation is improving in the Cranbrook area. An evacuation order is now lifted for the Akam First Nation. And the tourist attraction Fort Steele has reopened. It closed last Tuesday after the fire quickly got too close.
We could see flames. It was just that fast. It was a really windy day and it took off.
The situation in nearby Sparwood is still tense, with fire less than a kilometer from the edge of town.
Everyone's really anxious. I'm asking everyone to stay calm. Have a preparedness kit ready to go.
With nearly 500 wildfires burning across the province, more help has arrived. This crew from Brazil will be on the front lines of the fires threatening northern areas of the province.
What I can say that they have enormous experience in the ground, and they will contribute very much to this task.
Those 100 Brazilian firefighters will join 600 others in BC from across Canada and around the world. And with more hot, dry weather ahead, their job isn't likely to get easier anytime soon. Bill Fortier, CTV News, Edmonton.
Greece's prime minister said today his country is, quote, at war against raging wildfires. This was the scene at the airport in Rhodes today as crowds of evacuees, including tourists, tried to get off the resort island. Evacuations were also ordered overnight on Corfu. Over the weekend, more than 19,000 people were forced to flee the flames in the largest evacuation in the country's history. Here at home, there's word tonight of an imminent cabinet shuffle. CTV's Kevin Gallagher on when the summer reset is expected and whose jobs are potentially at stake.
Rideau Hall will soon be the backdrop of a cabinet shakeup. As sources tell CTV News, the Prime Minister will change his political guard as early as Wednesday.
The government has been under siege on a number of different files, lots of poor performing cabinet ministers that probably need some time out.
Minister. Marco Mendicino is one potentially on the move.
Will he do the only honorable thing that is left for him to do and resign?
As public safety minister, he faced enormous criticism over his handling of the notorious serial killer Paul Bernardo's prison transfer. Repeated airport travel chaos is also clouding the future of Transport Minister Omar Alghabra. He's one of 3 ministers, along with Official Languages Minister Jeanette Petitpas-Taylor and Housing Minister Ahmed Hussein, who had announcements canceled today.
That's a sure signal they've been hauled back to Ottawa, and they're either moving up, moving down, or moving out.
The high cost of living, especially expensive housing, remains a top concern for Canadians. Both issues, CTV pollster Nick Nano says, are helping give the Conservatives a 6-point lead over the Liberals.
Probably what he's hoping for is to refresh the team and the faces around himself, to try to manage away some of these risks and try to renew, because the election is coming.
Even though a federal election could be more than 2 years away, Mental Health and Addictions Minister Carolyn Bennett informed Trudeau she won't seek re-election, all but ensuring she'll be bounced from cabinet. While the Environment Minister, who's prepping for an international summit, thinks he's safe.
Unless my boss tells me that I'm no longer leaving for the G20, I'll be heading there tonight to represent Canada as the Environment and Climate Change Minister for the country.
As Justin Trudeau's 38-member cabinet is bracing for a major makeover, new faces will have a short window to get up to speed on their files, Omar, with the Liberal cabinet retreat set for mid-August in PEI.
All right, Kevin, thank you. And before the Environment Minister left for that meeting in India, he revealed new measures he says will make Canada the first country in the G20 to change the way the fossil fuel industry receives government subsidies.
It ensures that only federal support for oil and gas given to the petroleum sector goes to projects that decarbonize the sector and result in significant greenhouse gas emission reduction.
But the vast majority of that funding, an estimated $19 billion, according to Environmental Defense, flows through Crown corporations such as Export Development Canada, and that will not be impacted. A sacred fire has been lit today at a site where potential graves of children forced into residential schools may lie. It was the first step of a painstaking process to excavate an area beneath the church to see if bodies can be found. CTV's Manitoba Bureau Chief Jill Makashan was at Pine Creek First Nation that is searching for answers.
The truth people here have always believed is set to be uncovered. Behind the walls of this century-old Catholic church, the emotional work to unearth suspected unmarked graves will begin. This is believed to be the first excavation of its kind in Canada.
Some of our people are caught in between. They don't really want to believe that that could have happened.
71 ground anomalies have been detected around the site, but it's the 14 found beneath the church's dirt floor the archaeological team will center on. It's the only building still standing. The Pine Creek residential school that once sat beside it was demolished decades ago.
See all this here? Goes up to that cement pad there, I think. Then goes east.
Emery McKay can still see that old school clearly in his mind. He was 5 years old when he first arrived, and like so many others, heard stories about children taken to the church basement as punishment. Some never returned.
Well, I'm glad they're going to be searching to find out anyways, yes, to see what's down there.
More than 2,000 potential unmarked graves have been identified across Canada. Last January, a ceremony in Saskatchewan revealed some of the first remains discovered. A child's jawbone, more than a century old, found at the former Capel Residential School. That First Nation and others are deciding on next steps. Pine Creek First Nation has decided to search. Each flag marks a detected anomaly. Excavation work is expected to take 1 month.
We need to get all of our equipment organized, set up our total station and the survey station.
Science will reveal answers, but history has already claimed lives, says this former student.
Our childhood was taken away from us. It's supposed to be a normal childhood. A child's supposed to be love. No love was shown here.
Whatever evidence lies behind these stone walls, there are emotional skeletons. The physical ones may be found in the coming weeks as excavation begins. Jill Makashon, CTV News, Pine Creek First Nation.
An Edmonton man is facing terrorism charges in the UK tonight for allegedly being part of a banned radical organization. 28-year-old Khalid Hussein appeared in court today along with this high-profile British preacher. 56-year-old Anjem Chowdhury is accused of directing a terrorist organization and encouraging support for a radical group. Hussein was arrested last week at London's Heathrow Airport. Israeli lawmakers pushed ahead with a contentious bill, now law, that has triggered some of the biggest protests in the country's history. There was more chaos today as demonstrators made a final effort to stop the government from taking away certain powers of the Supreme Court. CTV's Heather Butts on the impact and accusations Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is endangering democracy.
Thousands of protesters took over highways and blocked intersections. Trying to clear the crowd, Israeli police fired skunk-scented water against those furious over what they see as a threat to democracy.
We are here today fighting for our democracy in a non-violent way. We are protecting our country from dictatorship.
Demonstrators have been raising their voices for 7 months. Unprecedented strikes gripping the country initially put the plan on pause. The escalated anger and unrest on Monday followed the approval of a key portion of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's divisive plan to curb the powers of the country's justice system.
My heart is broken. I really feel that, I don't know, I feel my future is lost, I feel my kids' future is lost.
Called one of the most crucial votes in modern Israeli history, opposition lawmakers chanted shame and stormed out of the chambers. As Parliament voted to weaken the Supreme Court's powers, Netanyahu attended, newly released from hospital after he was fitted with a pacemaker. In a televised address, Netanyahu tried to calm Israel's turmoil, offering to negotiate with the opposition over any further changes until November. But the anti-government protests only intensified.
The government is not for the benefit of the whole country, only for one party.
The crisis has caused a deep divide and seeped into the military, with thousands of reservists threatening to refuse duty in protest, raising concerns Israel's own security interests could be at risk. Omar.
All right, Heather, thank you. Coming up, transforming Twitter's trademark.
It's a risky move, getting rid of what's an iconic symbol around the world.
The pitfalls of a potential rebrand. Twitter has bid farewell to its famous bluebird and replaced it with a letter chosen by owner Elon Musk. CTV's John Veneveli Rao on whether the latest rebranding move is a sign of desperation or innovation.
What is going on? We went from a Twitter bluebird to an X.
Online, the news certainly ruffled a few feathers.
Could this be the worst rebrand of all time?
The new interim logo beamed onto Twitter's headquarters and representing just the latest sudden change imposed by Elon Musk.
It's a risky move, getting rid of what's an iconic symbol around the world, and now you go to X. I think many are scratching their heads.
And while that little bird can at times still be seen, Musk tweeting soon we shall bid adieu to the Twitter brand and gradually all the birds, with Twitter's signage being taken down as Musk moves towards realizing his longtime vision of creating a so-called everything app called X.
I hope it's not an X because it'll kind of look a little more like an adult app.
Twitter's CEO writing the app will be powered by AI and centered in audio, video, messaging, payments, and banking. Not unlike WeChat, a wildly popular app in China.
It's used for everything from messaging to making travel bookings and online banking and video and audio.
Because of ad revenue losses, Musk has said Twitter is on the verge of bankruptcy. Ever since buying the company last year, he's overseen mass layoffs and chaotic policy changes, and he's facing new competition from other sites. As for why the letter X, well, it's something Musk has long been fascinated with. His first major business, which became PayPal, was originally called X, so too his rocket company. Even his youngest son is named X. Still, some think the latest change says more about how much Musk has damaged the Twitter brand.
Now people will be talking about his X vision, not how much money he's going to be losing on Twitter.
With Musk clearly hoping it'll have the X factor to turn things around. John Benavelli-Rouse, CTV News, Toronto.
Some incredible images tonight of a terrifying crash in San Francisco. Fortunately, no one was hurt. The car flipped over as it plunged down an embankment after speeding down a dead-end street. The 5 people in the car were helped out by neighbors and promptly ran from the scene. Police have not been able to track them down. Still ahead, behind the box office boom.
There's not a corner of the globe that hasn't turned pink.
A record-breaking bright spot for Barbie. This weekend boasted the biggest box office turnout of the pandemic era, thanks to Mattel's plastic doll getting a new life on the big screen. The worldwide Barbie frenzy was the result of a multi-million-dollar publicity campaign and could be a new model for studios at a time when they're struggling to fill seats in movie theaters. CTV's Heather Wright on what clicked.
Hi, Barbie!
Hi, Ken! A huge weekend at the box office, with Barbenheimer proving it's more than just an internet sensation.
That kind of excitement level is something we just haven't seen in theaters for some time. And I love that it was organic. This wasn't a marketing strategy.
Barbie smashed expectations, bringing in $162 million at the domestic box office, the biggest opening weekend of the year. Oppenheimer brought in more than $82 million, combining for the 4th largest box office weekend in U.S. history.
There's not a corner of the globe that hasn't turned pink.
Barbenheimer may have been organic, but the marketing of Barbie's first live-action film was deliberate and seemingly everywhere. By some counts, there are more than 100 different Barbie collaborations, from clothes to carpets to spending a night at the dream house through Airbnb.
When you do nostalgia marketing, like Mattel is doing on this brand, people really are excited about it. It takes them back to their past.
And the strategy used to promote this film may change how movies are marketed.
I think has possibly shown others a blueprint for where and how this could be done in the future.
But experts say this type of marketing only works for brands with big followings and intergenerational loyalty, which is why movies based on Hot Wheels and Polly Pocket are also in the works.
If it has that kind of head start that some of these toys or action figures provide, I think the owners of the IP are crazy not to fully exploit it.
Mattel has been trying to reinvent Barbie for years, releasing more inclusive and representative dolls. And the film continues that effort, tackling complicated subjects.
Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
With humor and a whole lot of color. Heather Wright, CTV News, Toronto.
A First Nation in central Alberta celebrated a special welcome home today for an animal steeped in Indigenous history and cultural significance. Members of the Louis Bull tribe marked the return of 25 plains buffalo to their lands. It's the culmination of an 8-year partnership with Parks Canada that saw herds raised at Elk Island National Park, then distributed to 14 different First Nations.
We talk about calls of action, truth and reconciliation and healing. You know, a big part of that is getting our identity back and realizing who we are as our ancestors had practiced before.
An estimated 25 million buffalo roamed the prairies before colonization, but were wiped out by government policies and overhunting. After the break.
My uncle would take me as a kid to all of these races.
The need for speed, fulfilling a childhood dream. We leave you tonight with a story that really lives up to that famous line, if you build it, they will come. But unlike the baseball movie, this is about race car driving. In tonight's Indigenous Circle, we meet the driving force behind the only racetrack on a First Nation. Here's CTV's Donna Sound.
These sprint race cars are packed with speed and power.
They're designed with 720 horsepower, 1,000 pounds of downforce.
Glenn Stiers owns Ohsweken Speedway on the Six Nations Reserve in Ontario.
There's enough stuff in this trailer to build a whole new race car.
He's also a driver, turning a childhood dream into reality.
My uncle would take me as a kid to all of these races.
Racing started as a family affair for Stiers, and that's the way he's kept it here. Ohsweken Speedway is the only one on Indigenous territory. The top-notch facility is home to high-octane racing. And the sound from the cars is incredible as it vibrates right through you. Aaron Turkey started driving here when he was 14. He's moved his way up the racing car ranks and says it's not for the faint of heart.
They do flip really easy. The tires have low air pressure to get really good grip on the dirt out here, so it's almost like hitting a trampoline. If you hit each other, the cars launch up in the air.
And that's exactly what happened recently between Turkey and Stiers. Neither of the drivers were seriously injured. Here they are, back out racing again. Stiers, number 0, and Turkey, number 68. But the price can be as high as the adrenaline rush.
You're talking about $100,000 a car, and you win $1,500 a race. So that's where sponsors come in. That's where rich uncles come in.
It's Joshua Hill's 5th season racing. This year, he's flipping the bill on his own.
All the retirement fund is going right there, so I'm going to work right to the grave.
As these racers get ready to hit the oval,
you lift, you lose. Like, you need to keep the pedal to the metal.
They do it for the rush, and for Stiers, there's always one thought in the back of his mind.
I'm just hoping that someday somebody makes it to the NASCAR big league.
Donna Sound, CTV News, Six Nations.
That's really neat. That's a snapshot of this Monday for all of us at CTV National News. Thank you for watching, and good night.
CTV National News, Canada's #1 newscast.